Hello, Arvind here. Today, let's learn about Ashvini Nakshatra. I'll be doing a small series about all the 27 nakshatras, and this would be my first attempt on this, and let's see how it goes about. So, there's a story connected with Ashvini Nakshatra. So, generally, it is depicted by two horses. So, they were born to Surya and Chhaya's relationship. Okay. So initially, Sangha is the cloud, and she got married to Surya. And initially, they were living very happily with each other. Then, after some time, she couldn't withstand the heat and the brightness of the sun. So, hence, what she did basically, what she did was like she wanted to get out of that kind of a very heated environment. So she made a duplicate of her or clone of her and named her Chaya and told her that you be with the sun. I'm getting out of this heat and going to Himalayas. And she, to avoid to be seen as a Sanghya, she she modified herself or she transformed herself into a horse, and she was roaming in the Himalayas. But at some point of time, Sun came to know about the Chaya story, and he was pretty upset. And but he was still following her, and he followed her to Himalayas. And there's a small in between that to reduce the heat. One of the says helped reduce the to 1/8 of whatever the sun's heat is, and that's how he went and was able, then he saw the horse roaming around, and he started following her, and after that is what these two offsprings have come called Ashvini Kumaras. Okay, so then what was defined was these horses have got uh, healing power. Okay, which obviously sun is meant for healing, and that's why in the summer days, instead of being in the shade, you have to be on the sun, so that you can absorb as much of heat as or the heat other things are possible, so that a lot of ailments can be removed. And that's a short story of ashwin ashwin nakshatra. So there's another connected story with this for Saturn also, but let's not look into that right now. So we will see at a some later point of time. Saturn is the son of the Chaya Graha, which Sanjana has created. And he was unhappy, son was unhappy because Sunny was dark in color. So what he did was he was avoiding Sunny. So Sunny got angry about this with his mother, and he kicked her. And once he kicked her, she gave a curse saying that the leg will be shorter. So that's how his leg becomes shorter, and that's why he is called Mandan, because he cannot walk as fast as the other ones. Okay, there are other stories where he has been given the justice, rights, and other things. So that's the connected story with this. So, okay, the Ashwini Nakshatra name comes from the word called Ashwa. Ashwa is horse, so that's how it is. That's how the name has come, Ashwini. So the other meaning is a female horse, that is also indicated, okay, from that. So Ashwini Nakshatra has got 4 padas, which is the first pada. Okay, first pada is owned by Mars, because the Navamsam is owned by Mars. So those who are born in the first pada, okay, they are very brave. Okay, so they try to work very actively. They're a bit stingy. Okay, and known for moving with women's very well, the other sex very well. So if it's a female, then it will be the male. If it's the male, it will be the female. So Well, they will be very, in a lot of sense, they will be very strong when you see them. They will have this commanding kind of a character. So they have what you call, they can withstand, when you give some work, they can withstand for a longer time, and they are very competitive in nature. And they are mentally, they have the engineers kind of a brain. They can work very hardworking kind of a people. At the same time, they, if given an opportunity, they will be the first one to go and rescue somebody. So that's a kind of person you will be. But as we say, the angry people are the best people. They are not bad people. Similarly, this particular pada is like short-tempered, but they are one of the best characters that you can see. Okay, so the next pada comes as is governed by Venus, because the D9 falls in Venus. So they are generally, because of Venus, so they are religious. They are quite wealthy. Okay, quite wealthy, and given the Venus's capability, they become bright. Okay, so they you can see the brightness in them. So a bit less aggressive than the first pada. Okay, and please remember that the house itself is owned by Mars, and the Sun becomes exalted here, and the aggressiveness will be there, but it is much more turned down, turned down, and much more refined kind of a person he will have. So he will be a bit pleasing personality, interest in dance, musics, and all those things, characters you can see in them. When it comes to the third pada, it is governed by Mercury, because the D9 falls on the third Mercury, or the Gemini. So this is generally, they are very good listeners. They have a good palate for eating. They also are good in learning, because Mercury's capability will come them. So they are very good in processing information, analysis of anything, good communication skills. All those things that's connected with the third house, Mercury, will be to them. Okay, so there are a lot of things they will do only mentally. They will not do physically. Okay, the first pada will do physically. These guys will do everything mentally. So that's how you have to see this. Okay, so and the fourth pada is governed by Moon. Moon is mother. So this is like they're religious like mothers, and they will generally will have good influences over females because of that moon effect, and they're very emotional in character. So you have to be a bit careful because of the emotional capabilities with them. And as the house is owned by Mars and the owner is Ketu, they can get into some very drastic kind of a role, but we have to be careful with them, with fourth pada, because of the emotional effect that they have. They are very protective, like a mother. They are very protective for the people, the families, and even with the office also, they'll be very protective. They show a lot of courage, in especially when there is emergency situation. So they will be the first one to go and help them out and come out from that. They will take the risk to go and help them to bring just like a mother. They will do that. So that's it about a small description about how Ashwini Nakshatra should be seen.